Hello everyone and welcome back to Prestige Reef. Now, I will be honest with you, I was planning to do an update on the water box tank, but I have been out this morning, so I have run out of time. So instead of doing an update on the water box tanks, I thought I would bring you into the coral farm, because you haven't been in here for a while. It's odd, I obviously have one of the largest advertising platforms in the UK for coral, but I don't actually show you the coral very often. Normally I show you other things. So today I thought just give you a little update on the coral farm. Everything's still going smoothly. I think it's been going for about 3 years now. You can see that some of the corals are out of control. Some of the other corals I've actually got back under control with the help of you guys, because a lot of the corals which are out of control, you will see some very, very nice corals. A lot of those went into the mystery boxes, so you freed up some space. But don't stop now, don't stop buying yet, because as you'll see, there is still a long way to go. So I will just sort of give you a little update on each of the tanks, and we will go from there. Right, now we almost always start with this tank, but I'm going to start with this tank today because I haven't got a lot to say about this one as usual. This is essentially the tank which I just throw stuff in. I have two of those, and as you can see, I let it get out of control. This clownfish, see, I said I was going to start with this tank, but I'm already immediately starting with this one. This clownfish has got out of control, literally out of control. The other day, she bit me. I actually had a customer here at the time. She bit me so hard that she jumped, as I pulled my hand out, she jumped out of the tank and landed on here, and I almost lost her. Because if she'd gone down there, I literally wouldn't have been able to get her. I think I've had her for about probably 8 to 10 years now, I reckon. I'm not going to let her bite me, but hopefully I'll be able to show you just how aggressive she is. Look, she knows. She knows. It's funny because if I have my camera here, she's not. She's actually frightened of the camera, so she won't do it. But no, see, oh, yeah, see, I'm not taking any chances because when she bites, she hurts. Oh, there you go. Now it's interesting because she has only been that mean since I added this little maroon clownfish. So the maroon is still doing fine. They never spend much time together, so I don't think they like each other that much, but I think possibilities, there's something about having a male in the tank with her that has made her super, super aggressive. Now, I am going to separate them. As I said, I don't really work much in this tank purely because she's basically out of control. I wonder if it's like a hormonal thing. You put a male with her and then something changes. I mean, in theory, it's possible. And the king eye is also still in this tank as well. It is under there. That king eye will be moving tomorrow. So probably next week I'll give you an update on the water box. The other fish have now come out of quarantine, and I will be moving the king eye into that. A little bit nervous. That is obviously not the average fish. I've quarantined 5 fish now, which doesn't make me an expert, but it's given me faith that I hopefully won't kill it. Anyway, eventually starting with this tank, as I said, the blaster mousers are a little bit too close to the power head. I've turned the power head off now, so it's giving them a little funny growth pattern. This is the tray which I have probably tidied up the most. And as you can see, I have a ton of beach bum Montipora, witch hunter Montipora, the dragon rider Montipora, which is this bright orange one with blue polyps. And then I'm just starting to get, this is the next thing I need to do. I need to get the sunset Montipora back under control. And then I will be doing the this other grafted Montipora as well. All of the SPS mystery boxes and all of the Montipora mystery boxes will be getting a piece of these at the moment until I have enough room to frag other things. The other thing that people that follow my Instagram may have noticed is there was originally this absolutely massive plating Montipora. It was a huge, beautiful spiraling piece that was in the middle, but it was taking up too much room. So that has now gone to Jamie's Coral Reef, or Jamie's Reef. I can never remember his Instagram, but he did a post of it the other day. That literally is about 2 feet wide, that piece. It filled up the entire gap. That's obviously given me some space to work with. Now these are the toxic frammers. Now, these are one of the only Euphilia which grow fast enough for me to actually culture them myself. So if you have one of these, it was grown for me, it wasn't actually imported. Right, now over here you can see this is my forest fire colony. I've got a couple of little forest fire frags going at the moment, although the glass is not that clean because there's salt creep on it, but you can see them here. I finally got around to grafting some more of the bright lime green Montipora. In fact, well, as you can see, I've done most of the Montiporas at the moment. This is the mean streak, which is the red and purple grafted Montipora. Now, people used to claim that they had two different Montiporas, different coloured Montiporas together, and that they grew into each other. I'm not sure why there's so much flow in this tank because it's been turned off, but I have a feeling, there you go, it's because of the powder blue. Anyway, so people used to claim that they would fuse together two different Montiporas. That was a lie. That never ever happened. Different colour variations are actually a result of a harmless infection. So anyone that claimed that they did that, now don't get me wrong, there are some corals which can be fused together, but I'm pretty sure that the amount of people that were claiming that they were fusing together just a normal red Montipora and a normal green Montipora, it just wasn't happening. That's the real reason. And very occasionally you will get one piece. So I have a piece over there which has actually started off as the red and green Montipora, but ended up having some purple in it as well, which has come from the tray below. So the infection does seem to pass through the water, but it is harmless. As you can see from here, I still have a lot of out of control digitata. I could frag it, like lots of it, and either throw it away or give it to shops or whatever, but I actually quite like seeing these big colonies all grown out. Now, sometimes people ask me why I don't have more Acropora, and the reason for that is there's actually two reasons. Firstly, the majority of people that are in the hobby are dabbling in the hobby. They're more beginners. They're not looking for the ultra hard challenge. Now, don't get me wrong, there are plenty of people that do want the ultra hard challenge, but they are a minority. So I would sell a lot more. I'm not sure what's going on with this powder blue. It seems to not like the fact that the flow's turned off. So there's a lot more people that want these sorts of corals than the very high-end expensive Acropora, but also my life doesn't really suit having corals which might die in the blink of an eye. The reason for that is it's not unusual for me to go away for a few weeks at a time, especially in December, and then the systems are left unattended essentially with people which are less experienced than me. So it works. I'm happy with what I keep at the moment. I might get some of the more fancy acros in the water box tank, but we'll see. Now, one thing I do want to say while watching this video, if you see a piece that you want that's not on the website, don't ask about these. I've had so many people ask about these. That's the reason I'm saying this now. Feel free to send me a message. Sometimes I just simply haven't got round to doing it. The reason these aren't for sale is because I am fragging them, and it's the same with this pink Goniopora. But generally speaking, there are a few things which are on the website. These massive Cataphilias, for example, aren't on there. Not the easiest things to ship because they make shipping a lot more expensive, which is why I encourage people to come and collect corals if they would like to. So you can see these are all just the kryptonite and a few different types of candy canes. Right, now moving on to this tray here, you can see that I've got some nice bright chalices. Now, it's interesting, something that people wouldn't realise about the coral farm is that because the flow is at one end, there are only certain corals which I can grow in this section here. And for whatever reason, this chalice doesn't mind being absolutely blasted. Also these Leptoceras, but again, you can see that some of the Leptoceras, they don't like it. So I've moved them further back over here. I'm slowly but surely fragging these and getting them onto plugs again. I'm moving them further back so that they have a less weird patchy growth pattern. Because once you get sort of to here, the Leptoceras do fine. This is a Mad Max one. Again, you can see there's half of it missing. That one, again, was over here originally, starts over here. So we have some bright Duncans. I've got some Gonnies, which these have just been fragged. These are the strawberry ones. These are actually the glitter Gonioporas, which they are usually more open this. I'm not sure why they're closed at the moment. And I need to get around to doing all of these Alveopora, basically. This came in on a box from Indonesia the other day, and it's very odd. It's almost like I think it's a Goniopora. Or a Bernardopora. That's what it seems to have, that sort of like those polyps on it. It was in a bag of water which was half empty when I received it. But I put it in here just to see how it does. It's never opened up, but it's not dying either. It's sort of just staying the same. It's a pretty colour, but we'll just see how that does. And as you can see over here, we have some green Gonnies, some orange dot Gonnies, and what else? I need to frag the Leptastria, and then we have a collection of lovely Trachyphilia. Some of these are mine, but some of them are for sale as well. Moving over here, this is an Avatar Chalice, which I will eventually need to get around to fragging. I will probably do that this week. One of the nicest corals in here, I absolutely love this coral, is the Bicolor Galaxia. And it's the same, similar with just the normal green one, but the bicolor one is something pretty special. And then you can see that my rose bubble tips keep splitting as well. But yeah, so pretty much if you want to work out what's in the mystery boxes, it's things like this. If I've got like 30 pieces of them, they will end up in a mystery box at some point. Right, the top tray is where I have some of the nicer chalices. They are currently being shaded. This is the little platform I use. I got it from Polyp Pros. I use this to take photos of the corals. Now, I don't know if you've been on the website recently. I have basically updated quite a majority of the pictures at the moment to be a little bit more professional. Again, there's a few really, really nice pieces which I haven't put up yet. Some of these sort of Lobos, these candy canes are on there. I desperately need to sort out the Hollywood Stunner Chalice, but let me take you round to the other side quickly just to show you these again. Right, so as I said, these are the bubble corals. Now, the one downside to updating the website and making it look all professional, putting all the corals on black backgrounds, is that you can't see the size of the corals anymore. So, for example, I finally ended up putting my favourite piece in the whole farm, just because I assume that the angelfish will probably eat it, so I might as well sell it onto the website. As well as some of the other loanfears. This one here got stung, unfortunately. Got a little bit too close to this one. One of the fish obviously nudged it while they were eating the algae. Yeah, so the main issue with regards to putting everything on a black background is you can't see the size comparison. So, for example, this is a large piece, which it looks on the website identical to one of these frags. We'll see how it goes. I might end up having some sort of size reference on there to do that, but we shall see. Anyway, yep, so these are all sort of pieces that are on grow at the moment. Right, now I'll show you two more trays. These ones I am a little bit embarrassed of. Now, those of you that follow the channel for a while will know that once I got very, very badly affected by palytoxins, and that led me to basically ignore this tank most of the time. So you can see that it is in desperate need for a frag session. I am essentially procrastinating. I'm going to do every other piece in here, even things like this and this, and eventually I will get round to doing these, or by the time I get around to doing these, the ones over there will need to be fragged again. As I said, once you've had a bad experience, it put me off doing lots of frags, basically. There is this little bit of green star polyps in here. It's interesting because I keep cutting this back to literally nothing, where I cannot see it, but it just keeps materializing. So it just shows you, even though it's like basically a flat tray, it can still be difficult to get off. So it's even harder when it's on live rock. And then this came in the other day. I need to get a picture of that to put it on the website. Right, now this is the last tray to show you, which I actually refer to most of the time as the dumping ground. Although, if I'm honest, it actually has some genuinely really nice corals in it. So this is a long polyped, extremely green, like ultra green toadstool. So green it looks like it could be a torch coral. I do have two small frags of it. One is there and the other one's there. That one's obviously not getting as much light because it's being shaded by this toadstool. So I will need to move that just so it gets. I might as well do it now, otherwise I'll forget. Just a little bit. There you go. Although the pot is actually, the toadstool has grown into the pot, so the pot is now stuck to it. I have these. Right, that's it for today, guys. For some reason, the end of that last clip got cut off, as well as my last outro. So this is me filming it again for you. I thought it'd be better for you to have a video with a cut-off clip than no video at all. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching the video. Please feel free to comment below if you have any questions. If you did enjoy it, why not click that like and subscribe button. Have a good week, and I will see you next time.